Thank you for joining me today. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome to the family. Today, we're going to be reviewing the cast for Married at First Sight Season 16 Nashville. We will be reviewing the preseason highlights and see what's new for the upcoming season. At the end, I will reveal the cowardly reason why I did not finish reviewing the entire season of season 15 and what I plan to do to change that. If you want to skip around, please see the timestamps in the description box. Please join the congregation by subscribing and join the conversation by sounding off in the comments section. And with that, let's get started. Okay, family, for today's presentation, I use the following websites: People, Married at First Sight Season 16 First Look, Parade, It's Nashville Nuptials, Everything You Need to Know About Married at First Sight, the Lifetime website, which had the cast bios, and Math's Lifetime, which is on Instagram. First, we have Shaquille and Kirsten. Their photographer was Matthew Kine Photography. Kirsten is a 32-year-old real estate agent. She is the total package and is often intimidating to men she dates. She is not willing to settle for anything less than what she deserves, and she isn't afraid to let them know it. Kirsten hopes that the experts can find her a godly man who will not be scared of her success and is willing to grow with her. The Married at First Sight process is a perfect fit for her. She is ready to find her soulmate and start a family. Kirsten hopes this experiment is the first step in making that dream a reality. Shaquille is a 31-year-old executive director. He feels as though he is ready for marriage because he is in a great spot in his career and his personal life. He has been going to therapy for the last few years in order to help him become the type of husband he wants to be for his future wife. He is open-minded, ready for love, and willing to put his fate in the hands of the Married at First Sight experts. Family, faith, support, and education is essential to Shaquille. He is ready to give marriage a fair shot. Kirsten and Shaquille, I don't like that she is 1 year older than him. I never like it when a woman is older than a man. I do like she's a real estate agent like Stasia, and like Stasia, she thinks that men find her intimidating. So that is a little concerning that she, like Stasia, does not have a problem letting them know what she deserves. I love that she desires a godly man, and I love that he mentioned faith as being one of his values. Hopefully this will turn out well. We know that Kristen Page also highlighted faith, and we see how that turned out. But I'm curious. A lot of people may be Christians, but they don't outwardly mention it. So when people do, I really try to pay attention. So I will keep my eye out on this couple. He is an executive director, therefore he may be stable, at least he believes he is, but sometimes if you're a director, executive director of a nonprofit, may not make a lot of income. Kirsten seems like she has a high-powered lifestyle that may become a problem. However, I am hopeful for this couple. Next, we have Airris and Jasmine. Their picture was taken by Haley Marie Smith's photography. Jasmine is a 32-year-old competitive cheerleading coach. She isn't ashamed that when it comes to men, she hasn't made the best choices. Therefore, she is happy to turn the decision-making over to the experts of Married at First Sight. She wants to find true, long-lasting love, settle down, and start a family. She has had a few long-term relationships, but none have panned out. Though she has a strong desire to find a partner she can cater to and grow old with, Jasmine admits that she easily falls in love with potential. She is in a space where she truly feels the only missing piece to her puzzle is her forever person, and she hopes that this is finally her chance. Airris is a 39-year-old software engineer instructor. Undeniably knows that he wants a strong, independent woman by his side. Earlier this year, he decided to change careers completely, and he moved back to Tennessee, completed a software development boot camp, and now works in the field. He has taken the last few years to really focus on himself and wants to plant roots and start a family. He looks forward to finding his wife. Jasmine and Airris, they look good together. I love that she wants to cater to her husband. Since he just changed careers and may not be as stable as you would want for someone his age, they both want a family, and he may have family in Nebraska since it says that he moved back, which I always love when people are surrounded by family. So I am sending positive vibes for this couple. Next we have Mackinley and Domynique. Their photo was taken by Haley Marie Smith Photography. Domynique is a 25-year-old sales broker with an excellent education as part of her resume. Domynique is doing well on her career path. She thinks the next step is to settle down with someone special. Unfortunately, the bar scene and dating apps are not working out for her. Therefore, she is excited to find out if her soulmate is on Married at First Sight. She hasn't had many long-term relationships, but is confident she is ready for marriage. She dates with the intention to find something meaningful and settle down. Married at First Sight seems like the answer to her prayers, and she's excited to see if her soulmate is in the mix. Mackinley, who appears to go by Mac, is a 34-year-old director of operations. He recently moved to Nashville to pursue a new career opportunity. He is ready to settle down and start a family, and is looking to Married at First Sight as the best opportunity to find his forever partner. Mac was left blindsided by his most recent relationship. Since then, he has had trust issues. His fear of getting hurt again has caused him to put up a wall. He is tired of feeling like he can't fully open up to a woman. He is ready to put himself back out there and is hoping he will find love through the Married at First Sight process. He finds the experts comforting and believes that their help and guidance are exactly what he needs to get out of his own way. Domynique and Mackinley. I love the age difference. I'm a little nervous that the last relationship that he was in was hurtful. He did not mention anything about working on himself, but he wants to depend on the advice of the experts. I'm not sure. In past seasons, experts were missing in action. Therefore, he may not get the help that he needs if he's solely relying on the experts. As for Domynique, they highlighted her going out to the bars. Therefore, I will watch for this aspect. And I believe based on the commercial, this couple will be faced with drama early on in their relationship. At first glance, I do not think I'm going to hold out a lot of hope for this couple. Next, we have Clint and Gina. Their photo was taken by Matthew Kine Photography. Gina is a 35-year-old salon owner. After graduating, she decided to go to school for her cosmetology license. She has worked as a hairstylist for the past 9 years and is in the process of expanding her business. Gina is well known throughout Nashville and hopes to continue to grow in her career. Now that she has built a successful business, she is ready to put herself back in the relationship game. She has full faith that the experts can find her a man with whom she can dream, travel, and potentially build a family with. Gina experienced a brutal breakup a few years ago and decided to put a pause on dating in order to advance her career and refocus on her priorities. She is willing to devote herself to the married at first sight process and has full faith that the experts can find a man with whom she can dream, travel, and potentially build a family with. Clint is a 40-year-old account executive. He is adventurous and is looking for a woman he can share his many passions with. He considers family to be important and he would love to have children of his own. Clint is a lifelong learner. He believes that to do something right, you must learn and listen to the experts. He is ready to apply that same thought process to finding a wife. So putting his faith in the matchmaker's hands isn't a stretch. He hopes that by blindly trusting the experts, he will meet the one. Gina seems to be very ambitious. They stress that she is well known throughout Nashville. I wonder if that is a clue to some upcoming events. They both are putting a lot of trust in the experts and say that they will yield to the guidance given. We know that's easier said than done. Since all 4 experts are coming back this year, I am hoping that they will give couples more support. For me, having the experts at your side is really the difference maker from this as it relates to real life, is if you can have experts on call and both parties are willing to engage. By looks alone, they look like they could be the life of the party, and I really think that they are going to be a fun couple to watch. Last, we have Christopher and Nicole. Their photo was taken by Haley Marie Smith Photography. Nicole is a 32-year-old senior marketing advisor. She was born and raised in New York City and moved to Nashville to escape the toxic dating scene in Manhattan. She relocated 4 weeks before the devastating tornado and 6 weeks before the pandemic. She is ready to focus on finding her true love. Nicole is exceptionally close with her parents and hopes that they would find her the one. Since they have been unreliable in this area, she is ready to put her love life in the hands of the experts. She believes she is a perfect candidate for married at first sight because she is untraditional and believes in the idea of an arranged marriage. Christopher is a 36-year-old business coach who relocated from Chicago to Nashville 3 years ago for work. He has not been able to make a meaningful connection since moving. He has gone on a handful of dates, but often finds that women aren't looking for something long term. Married at first sight is an intriguing process to him because he is confident that the women involved are just ready for marriage just as he is. Christopher is excited and hopes the experts can help him find the one true love. Both Nicole and Christopher are new to the area, so they have that in common. They both seem amicable to an arranged marriage. I like that Nicole is close to her parents, but since they did not come through with a husband, that could mean that they are not clingy. Nicole is starting fresh on her job, but Christopher came because of his job, which possibly means stability. At first glance, I have high hopes for this couple. I saw this post on Instagram which highlighted their zodiac signs. I believe that there is an article discussing if there will be a match or not based on their zodiac signs. However, I'm not really into that. I did take note that Domynique is a Leo, which is the same zodiac sign as me, so I will be paying close attention to Domynique. But if you are into zodiac signs, you may want to go on Instagram and check out that post. This is our season 16 cast. We are headed to Nashville. The official start of the season is January 4th. And so what do you think? What is your first impressions? Are you rooting for a particular couple? Do you already see doom and gloom for a couple? Sound off and let me know what you think in the comment section. So we have a full view of the schedule. On Wednesday, December 28th, we have our matchmaker special. On December 29th, we have our kickoff special. And the season premiere and the after party will begin on Wednesday, January 4th. So will you be watching? Do you plan to watch the preseason lead-ups? I absolutely love both the matchmaker special and the kickoff special. Also, I am so glad that I know who the couples are, because when I watch those, I like to kind of already have an idea and have my own opinion based on what I see. And then I try to analyze what the experts saw and if I can see why they are matched. So I am looking forward to the matchmaking, kickoff, and the season. I saw this article with a few interesting facts about the season. It says that there will be 23 episodes in the season and 3 additional episodes called Beyond Decision Day, where the cameras will keep rolling past Decision Day and reveal what happens after the experiment ends and the marriages get even more real. But I'm not sure if the 23 episodes include the reunion, the Decision Day reveal when they reveal it to one another, and the after reunion meetup. So I'm not sure if that's included in the 23, and because we have those things and we see things beyond Decision Day, I'm not sure how this will be any different from what we already see. But what is different is Relationship Rewind, which will be 20 digital episodes where Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper will give their expert opinion on the most dramatic scenes of that night's episode. I wonder, will that air on YouTube, or will it be on a website, or will it be a digital download, or will it be a podcast? So I'm really interested to see how they roll that out. If they are smart, they would do a podcast and then post the podcast on YouTube, because I'm sure they're discussing it, finding out that they're missing out on a lot of coins. Also, it'll allow us to see a little more insight on the experts. And since the experts will be talking and highlighted, I hope that they will be more engaged and involved, which is what most of the audience is calling for. They also revealed that one bride's husband makes an indecent proposal to another man's wife, which is so shady on a show like Married at First Sight. But my prediction is that it will be either Christopher or Mac, and one of them will approach Gina. So let me know what you think. Who do you think is going to make a indecent proposal upon whom? I then read an article that gave us a short bio for each expert to remind us of their credentials, and I thought it was really interesting. For Pastor Calvin Roberson, it says, Pastor Calvin Roberson is an ordained minister and pastoral counselor. In 2009, Calvin and his wife Wendy started their couples counseling group called Married and Naked, in which the naked refers to his patients becoming emotionally naked and transparent. He says, dangerous situations aside, Calvin believes that most marriages can be saved. And I believe that too. I believe that most marriages can be saved if you put away ego and pride. Dr. Pepper SCHWARTZ is a professor of sociology at the University of Washington. She received her BA and MA, magna cum laude, and Phi Beta Kappa from Washington University in St. Louis, and her Master's of Philosophy and PhD in Sociology from Yale University. She is presently the chair of the advisory committee for the PhD in Sexuality Studies at the Institute for Inaugural Studies in San Francisco. She is also chairperson of the Intimacy and Aging Study Group at Stanford University's Center for the Advanced Studies in the Behavioral Sciences, as well as senior fellow and board member of the Council on the Contemporary Family and the author of 22 books. So we see Dr. Pepper is highly educated, graduating magna cum laude, and she is an author of 22 books. I'll have to look up some of them to see what they were about, but they could be related to her education or field of study. Next we have Devon Franklin, is a New York Times best-selling author, producer, motivational speaker, and relationship advisor. He is best known for the New York Times bestseller book, The Wait, which he co-wrote with his then wife, Megan Good. In 2019, he published The Truth About Men, What Men and Women Need to Know. He has a very interesting life story. So if you want to search YouTube, he did an interview, which was great. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description box. Really talking about how he got to where he is now. It was a very inspirational story. So definitely want to see more of him now that I know more about him. And then we have Dr. Pia Holec. Dr. Pia Holec is a psychotherapist who specializes in sex and couples therapy. She is based at Journey Psychology Center, LLC, where she specializes in working with minority populations in the area of sex therapy, relationship issues, family of origin concerns, and trauma. So there we have the beautiful Dr. Pia Holec. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Last year, I did not quite complete the task of reviewing each episode like I originally intended. The reason is that I listened to other YouTubers and always found myself on the wrong side of the opinion pole. I think I was scared of the reaction of others since most of the time I did not agree with what was being said. For example, Kristen and Mitch, I think the reason they did not make it was because of Kristen. Most people think it was because of Mitch. Right before decision day, Mitch told Kristen that he really wanted to be with her and could not imagine life without her. I think he meant that at the time and had plans to say yes on decision day. Kristen's blow-ups and her saying she was most likely to get divorced and jabs that she had towards Mitch, I think that is what really led him to say no after really thinking about it, because she made it sound like, he was treating her really bad just for being honest, and being honest in a very respectful way. I did not have a problem with him letting her know that he had not developed feelings for her. They hadn't even known each other for a week, so I did not think that was a big deal at all, and I think she blew it out of proportion. However, she could have been embarrassed. She's on national TV, on a national platform. So I understand that, but that's what Married at First Sight is about, letting us see those private conversations that we would not normally be privy to as we live our life in this world. I did not have a problem with him letting her know letting her sister know that he liked her better without makeup. To me, that is such a compliment, that your husband would like to see you in your natural beauty. I can't see why that was a negative. And I think if Mitch would have said yes on decision day, then Kristen would have said yes on decision day. And one of his reasons, I think, one thing that she said right on decision day is that he was kind and he treated her well, and she just really did praise him in this cameo. But she also said that although he is stubborn, he will change his mind with some discussion, which to me means that he will compromise, which we see as one of his biggest issues. And she made that statement in a cameo, so it wasn't like they were even together, so she could have said anything. But I really think that the reason this couple didn't make it was more so Kristen and her outburst than Mitch. And I didn't like Alexis at the end calling him out about, leaving the door open. I feel like he got a bad rap for that, when that's something Kristen said and he did not agree. So that is just one example of how I disagree with some people. So how I will combat this for Nashville is I will not listen to other people. I'm going to focus on my own opinion and not be afraid of being different. So you all pray that I can keep my word and review the entire season, giving my open and honest and true thoughts, even if they differ. And if your thought differs from mine, then please let's have a conversation in the comment box below. And with that, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, live with intention. Be intentional.